eat around it, just like I described in the previous podcast.
When they
eat around what?
You know.
Welcome back to the Five Dirty Bikers podcast.
Presented by Memphis Shades, the clear choice for custom windshields and fairings for your motorcycle. And Wild Ass Seats, stay in the saddle longer and in total comfort no matter your butt or budget.
Yeah, I got beer and I got sweets. Those two things don't go together very well, but they do in my belly.
Oh, shoot.
And we can see your belly tonight, so.
Yeah,
you can. You can't see my tattoos though. Hey, it does a pretty good job at covering my tattoos.
Yeah. You're
So
nutty.
if you have to
Right.
interview for a job that doesn't require or that actually frowns upon tattoos, you got your vice.
Sir, why is your skin two different tones?
That's none of your damn business.
Funny you should ask.
That's my nickname.
I'm a burn victim, fucker.
Two-tone, that's right. And I can't use touchscreens. or wear normal shoes.
Or get fingerprinted.
I can commit crimes. That's what I am for Halloween. The perfect criminal.
Okay, Big Lumpy just sent me a text. He's throwing his hands up in the air. It doesn't matter, just move on.
Doesn't matter, just move on.
Lumpy, Gigantor.
Oh.
Nothing mattress.
Wait, there's a song. Nothing really matters.
Oh boy,
Nothing
here we go.
really
Anyone
mattress.
can see.
Anyone can see. You know that's my karaoke song, straight up.
Seriously?
Yeah, if we bring karaoke at our event, like I will blow the roof off the
Which
motherfucker
we
with
should.
that song.
There was a request for karaoke last year, but we did a comedian instead.
Oh, fuck that. Like, let's go. I'm
Do you
in.
get blown
Karaoke.
off the stage by the people listening to you, or you get applause?
Define blown.
I don't know. I guess if it goes really good, could go either way, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm a great singer. I'll just leave it at that.
The Webster's definition and the Penthouse definition.
Your choice.
Ladies' choice.
Oh, Lord.
Well, Prentice, it's good to see you.
Apparently,
Apparently,
good to be here.
I don't know if you offended Ryan with your nude outfit or not, but he's not with us tonight.
He can't stand me in my glory.
How do you poop with that thing on?
I don't.
It strains out.
Yeah.
Grows a little tail on the back.
A colander?
I don't poop. I'm like the Coneheads. I don't have a butt crack.
That's what you need. You need the cone.
Yeah.
It's got to be the same color as the suit.
I would show you, but that would be inappropriate for YouTube vision.
That would be funny.
All right, check this out.
Oh,
Are
God,
we far enough in that we're not
Oh, no, don't stand
up?
You wanted it. You asked for it. You got
I did not ask for that, my brother. I would never ask for that.
Well, I'm a very giving person, Dave.
I can tell.
Oh, yeah. Knew that from the beginning. It is Thanksgiving, after all.
Not what?
Well, thanks for giving.
What are we recording podcasts months in advance now, or what?
That's right. That's right. Yeah. If you're listening to this, I hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving dinner. Your belly's full of cranberry sauce.
I wouldn't put it past people that already celebrated Thanksgiving because they're moving their asses right to Christmas.
There will be people that listen to this podcast
around Thanksgiving.
I guarantee you, around Thanksgiving. For those of you that have not caught up, welcome. We're glad you're here. I hope you enjoyed your turkey and your nap. Spoiler alert, the Lions won.
Oh,
Move on.
That could be true this year. I don't know.
It's true. It's true. Believe me. You know what's funny is that now I'm a Lions fan. Not now. I'm a Lions fan. And now people think that I'm like on the bandwagon because I'm not from Detroit. I do go to Detroit once a month, but I'm not from there. But did I tell you guys the story about why I'm a Lions fan? So, like, do you remember? Some of you might remember. Most of our listeners will remember. Back in the '80s, when you got the JCPenney, the Wish book
Yes.
that was fucking 4 inches thick.
The catalog.
So
yeah.
the catalog for Christmas. So I wanted one of the, if you remember these, the football uniforms that you could get for 8 to 12-year-old boys or 6
Yes,
to
I
12-year-old
had a
boys.
Dan Marino one.
Right. Okay. So there was like Vinny Testaverde. There was like Dan Marino. There was, Joe Montana. There was also Barry Sanders. And I was poor. So like my mom just got Barry Sanders, I guess, because that was like the cheapest one at the time, which makes no sense because Barry Sanders was a god on the football field. But
they just made too many that year.
I guess so. Yeah. So she got me a Lions. And from then on, I've been a Lions fan growing up in Tennessee. And we didn't have a pro team in Tennessee until like I was out of high school. So it didn't matter. We like the Vols and that's it. And I'm still a huge Vols fan. But yeah, so that's my story about my Lions. But now that I have the ability to go to a game in Detroit, they're $250 a ticket right now. So I can't go anyway. But I do love them. And they are, and if you're listening to this around Thanksgiving, they won. Sorry. If your team was Green Bay or literally anyone else, sorry.
Well, for the DraftKings fans out there that watch early, just place your bets.
Oh, don't say that, man. We'll get sued.
Good. We'll win.
They'll end up losing and people will be wanting their money back.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
If they're not smart enough to look at the date on the recording, fuck them.
Do not follow the Five Dirty Biker sport book.
All we got to do is
we are not that.
provide.
Wait. I got us, guys. I got us. In no way is this an endorsement for Five Dirty Bikers. Do not. Please gamble responsibly.
That's right.
Perfect. I like it.
Good job, guys.
Speaking
Way to
of
cover our
gambling,
ass.
that's right. Speaking of gambling, I had an interesting day today. Do you guys want to hear about it?
Sure.
So we played Chase That Sound on my new, if you're watching this now, I have a new motorcycle. The Dyna is gone. It's gone. Had my fun with it. It is gone. Had some fun with it. Found a buyer. When you find a buyer for a $19,000 Dyna, you do it. You just say, okay, cool. Here's the title. Have at it. So I bought does anyone know?
A black bike.
A black bike.
Sportster.
Exactly. A Sportster. I've always loved Sportsters. No, I got a Street Glide Special. First, it was the second year for the M8, right? The 2018.
Mm-hmm.
I am brand new to M8s. Know nothing about them whatsoever. I think they're great from what I understand. I think I'm going to need a new oil pump from what I understand as well. But all of a sudden, I put a new exhaust on. I went with the Cobra El Diablo 2-in-1, which I think now they're just calling it like the 4.5 on the website, but it's a nice 2-in-1. So I put it on and then went for a ride yesterday, and what sounded like chain slap in the cam chest. I was like, no, like my heart dropped completely. So I'm thinking, great. Well, it must be the oil pump, right? Like maybe it's not getting, I don't know the inner workings of a cam chest as well as others. So my thought was like, oil pump is failing. It's not getting enough fluid. Maybe something's going on. I don't know. Cam chest, or maybe one of the cam bolts like sheared. Something happened because it was just a god awful noise. And I can share it in the Discord. If you go on there, I'll share this with you. So I chased this all day long today. In fact, I chased it for 4 hours. I pull off the exhaust, because you have to do everything on street glides just to get to one thing. I've learned very quickly. Pull off the floorboards, the intake, the exhaust, all of the sensors, open the cam chest. Everything looks great, right? Looks brand new. I'm actually on FaceTime with one of my friends who is a master tech at Harley and one of the best tuners in the country. And he's looking at it on FaceTime. He's like, dude, it looks brand new. It's only gotten on 4,000 miles. So it feels brand new. He's like, I have no clue what the sound is. I'm like, shit. So I'm like, I don't know what else to do. I'm going to put everything back together. If I have to send it somewhere, that's what I'm going to do. I'll just be without a bike. So I put everything back together and I started. And my friend was like, hey, do this. Take a towel, put it on the exhaust so I can hear it better because I can hear the new exhaust. I'm like, all right, so put a towel, it stops. I'm like, hold up, take the towel off, put it back on, it stops. What the fuck is this? Like, why is this just stopping when I put a towel on? It dawns on me and I hang my head in embarrassment. The exhaust comes with 2 bungs for the O2, right? One for your O2, one for wideband. the cap on the wideband fucking came loose. So I spent 4 hours pulling it apart, ripping open the cam chest, trying to find everything, to have been able to fix it in no less than 10 seconds with just tightening the cap on the other bung. That was the story of my day.
Silver lining is you learned a lot about your bike today.
Yeah, I did. And I learned, honestly, the M8 is a great platform that I'm pretty confident I can do a cam install at the house on. Like, now there's one cam. I don't have two.
If you've got the right tool, you got the right tools.
Yeah. You got to have the puller and do. And the guy that I use, the Master Tech, like he has this technique where I'm going to get this way wrong, and I apologize in advance because I know he listens. It bleeds the lifters. Like he basically soaks the lifters in oil, and it's in a vacuum. It's like a device that he created or something, but it basically bleeds the lifters, and he does that, and he does this whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. He makes some killer power.
My guy that did my cam upgrade had one of those too. It was really interesting.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. Do you like? Does this make you feel uncomfortable, Dave, with my leg up like this?
No, I'm still in awe of Andy's chain slapping thing that she did.
Down, then it gets uncomfortable.
I still want to know why you're asking Dave if he's uncomfortable.
Well, because I know you're uncomfortable. I think every episode I've made you. Were you uncomfortable when I wasn't here, Andy?
No, actually, that was the best I felt.
See, it's me. It's always me. It's always me.
No.
I'm the king of uncomfortable. I'm going to change my tagline from janitor to discomfort maker.
Uncomfortable dude.
You need something that has better ring to it.
Just creeper.
Creeper. Yeah, it's perfect.
Creeping.
And
welcome to the M8 generation, bro.
I know. I'm stoked. Now it sounds brand new again. Yeah, I think so. It's a bike that God knows I couldn't hop on the Dyna and ride to our next event, right? Like I couldn't come see you guys on the, but I'm fully confident that I can hop on this bike and just go, and that feels nice. You know, I've never had that. This is the newest bike I've ever owned. It's like the most comfortable bike I've ever owned.
First touring bike you've ever owned?
Yeah, I mean, no, because I had that like Frankenstein bagger that we had built, which was 3 different bikes in one, but it was an Evo platform.
Yeah.
And it was very comfortable. It had a 2013 front end. It was a 96 Road King frame with an Evo. But you know, so it was comfortable, but it was far from stock or anything that felt like it. I actually have navigation. So now I can find my way to you, Dave, no matter where you are.
There you go. I'll hear you coming, though, because that cap's going to come loose on your bum.
You don't realize
That's
that
right.
you put an air tag in your bike somewhere. He knows where you're at all the time.
Aha. That's what it is.
Is that what he did? I thought that was my wife's air tag.
Nope. It's mine. You're going to hear me coming, though, because you're right. I'm going to have, but, you know, I'll just keep the Allen key on me, and I'm good. I'll just tighten it up.
I have to tell you, though, man, that Dyna of yours was one of the most beautiful bikes I've ever seen.
It was a great bike, and I think it went to a good home. I mean, you never know. It's a lot of bike. It was a lot of bike, for sure. It went to a guy who does stunts, and yeah, I mean, dude, like had the cash. He wanted the bike. I think he'll take care of it. If you don't, he'll wreck it because it's a crazy bike, and that'll be that. You know, I mean, I'm not married to anything but my wife, so I never get too attached. Like, you know, if the right deal comes along, this bike will be gone too. But I enjoy it for what it is. It's black. It's a Harley, and it's comfortable, and I can use navigation to get places. So
Nice. Well, congratulations. That's
you.
very exciting.
Yeah,
Thank
looking
you.
forward to seeing it in person after you do. I'm sure you're going to be doing some other stuff besides the exhaust.
yeah, some things.
Right.
I think I'm going to keep it mild though. You know, like I want to keep it mild. It'll
Does
be
it
like
still have the stock bars?
yeah, actually it does. Yeah, and I don't know which way I want to go with that because again, it's so damn comfortable. Like I'm not building it for speed because it would take 160 horsepower or more to be faster than the Dyna was. So that's not, and it's not. I don't need that from this bike.
No, you just need torque. You need torque. You need a lot of torque in the mid range where you're going to cruise.
Right.
That's
and
what
do
you
you
need
know
on that
this
bike.
this is the first M8 bike I've ever ridden, and I'm actually surprised at how smooth the power band does feel. Like I mean, you know, I've ridden 96-inch baggers. I've ridden different, and you know, all of them felt a little slower but this one it just doesn't feel slow. Ironically, even it's a 107 as well. It's not even the 114 or the 117. It's the 107. But I like it. I'm enjoying it.
So did you have this before? Did you have this one during Biketoberfest?
No, it was just after.
No.
It was literally, so I had to work. It was literally the midnight. This deal happened at midnight almost. Like
You said
I rode.
that,
Yeah, this deal happened at like midnight. So.
Well, I was just going to say, you do need to get yourself a wild ass. Shout out to Craig.
Absolutely. Yeah. I met Craig, by the way, at Biketoberfest.
Craig's a good dude.
He is.
He's a good person, yeah.
I met him under duress because it was like, or stress, because it was windy, like super windy. Sorry, like if you're on YouTube, you're going to see Dustin saying, "Move closer."
He
I don't
wants.
know if he's talking.
He wants Prentice closer to the camera.
You need
How
better view of
close
that
do
nude
you
suit.
want me?
In his
How
nudie suit.
close do
You need a
want
big
me?
medallion on that chain too.
Oh yeah.
Are you
look
talking
at
to
that.
me?
Oh, dude, don't point that
Oh
camera
my
down that low.
gosh. Keep it above the fucking waist, dude. No. All right, we're
Am I
going to
wearing
have to blur
underwear? I
that
don't know.
out. We need to put that pixelated little bit over that area there. Jeez.
What do you mean little area? I know what it looks like,
Oh,
Andy.
shit. Didn't mean to say that. I know what you think 9 inches looks like. We've had this discussion before on the podcast.
No, not just me. Everyone knows what 9 inches look like. It's not just me. Come on.
Go back
Like
to that conversation. What was it last week about inches versus centimeters? Always go with the centimeters.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
yeah.
one. It's a bigger number.
That's right. But would you rather have 5
462.
inches or 12 centimeters?
Depends on who you ask. There is such a thing as too much, Dave.
I'm telling you.
All right. Well, I'm breaking into Reese's pumpkin number 1.
Well, congratulations on the bike, and definitely, if you want to do distance riding, you've got to get hooked up with the Wild Ass.
Yep.
I was just thinking about this the other day. I've got 43,000 miles on my Wild Ass.
Did you put that in like last month?
2 years.
You fucking keep track of that?
I do. Yeah.
Why?
Well, I don't do it intentionally. I just know when I.
Yeah, you do. If you know the number, that's
Well, no,
attention.
I know. When I do the video on something, I know what my mileage is when I did that video. And plus, remember, it's only been 2 years, so it's not like I have to think.
Plus,
10 years
have you
back on
seen the
something.
really cool covers? They have the black and yellow wild ass covers that come with it, but now they've started kind of make other ones. Some of them are like flannel looking ones. They're pretty.
At the meetup. Yeah.
They're
What?
pretty badass. Yeah, they're really cool.
I want to say that I correct me if I'm wrong, Craig, but I want to say he only had like the regular, like black, regular
might have.
version there.
In
Yeah,
Daytona?
so that would be pretty cool. Yeah, but that would be pretty cool. Yeah, I need to hit him up. I'm gonna hit him up. That's the next thing on the list. So I'm excited.
It's totally worth it. Changes the ride.
And Dave, didn't you put like 36,000 miles since May on your bike or something like that?
I started in May at 24,000. I'm at 40, just under 48,000 now
Holy shit.
Dude, that's insane.
since May. Yeah, it's been a lot of riding the last 5 months.
All the BMW guys are like, those are rookie numbers. You got to pump those up.
Did that on a Harley. I mean, you think about it because I don't know. Used to be people complained about reliability and everything on Harleys, but I think like 48,000 miles in 2 years with no mechanical problems is pretty solid.
Dude,
Yeah,
let's jam up.
They're definitely more reliable than they were 30 years ago.
Yeah,
100%.
I make sure I do. I do the maintenance every 5,000 miles, so I don't. I don't like.
I do
take
mine more
shortcuts on
frequent
that.
now. I learned that from the way that cam looked a few months back.
Yeah.
That
Hey,
would've
when you
got
buy a bike, do you immediately change the fluids or no? Regardless of what they
used,
say.
yes.
You do?
I did that when I bought my Sportster because
I haven't done it yet.
I don't know what oil they used and when it was done because they didn't have records.
That's true. Yeah. I just wondered. It's like some people are like always yes, always no matter what, even if it looks fresh. And then other people are just like whatever. If it looks fresh, let it ride. But I really like that the one oil. I can't remember the name of it right now that I put in. So I think I might end up doing it myself.
Plus, it was a
Anyway.
Sportster. It was only 2 holes, so
Yeah, that's
all
the way
you
I like
need.
it.
that's all
Yep.
you need.
That's the way I like it.
I want to know why you guys would need 3. And what
Do you have to
scenario?
ask?
Never mind.
Have you even lived?
Just for YouTube, I'm gonna shut one of my holes.
Yeah, we said 3, not 4.
Oh boy.
Jesus
That's right. What do you do with the other two? They're just going to waste.
Oh, shit.
What a waste.
What a waste. You can't waste those.
Oh, boy.
Well, you don't even have a butthole in that suit, so.
You're absolutely right. I have no butt crack, no butthole. I'm a Ken doll. I'm a walking Ken doll right now.
No pee hole.
If I were to actually stand up, there's nothing there. It's just I'm literally like a Ken doll right now. So that's how it goes. I don't know what I'm going to do if I have to pee. Lumps and bumps. They're around. I wish there were more.
Ryan could never wear that outfit for a number of reasons, but he pees too much.
Oh, yeah, he does.
I'm getting there. I think it just started at 40, like 41.
You have to sew in a little butt door in the front.
They make pajamas like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had any because I live in Florida. Front? Yeah. Wait, do they make them with the door in the back?
Yeah, they used to.
Yeah, like the little diaper looking thing.
The flap in the back?
Yeah, there's 2 buttons that supported the corners.
Is that like a northern thing?
No, dude, don't you live in Tennessee? Isn't that like everyday wear in Tennessee?
No.
Like the long johns with the back door that you unbutton and it flaps down?
I've never had any. No, I've never had any. I'd like to try them. That sounds like a good time.
So if you had to go to the outhouse, didn't have to take the whole.
My grandmother had. So my grandmother had an outhouse. She had like one of the last remaining outhouses in Tennessee, and like people would stop by and take pictures of it almost weekly. It was nice. Never used it. Found a rattlesnake in there one time. That's about it.
Nice. Oh. Well, talking about shitters, Dustin had a really good topic for tonight.
Yeah. So
shitters?
I had to segue somehow, man.
I must have missed it.
Harley-Davidson toilets are hitting the markets.
Hey, let's go. Give me the Street Glide special.
Yeah, they got a problem with sumping though, so you have to be careful when you go.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, make sure there's enough water in the bowl. I don't know. You're right. Terrible segue. Carry on, Dustin.
So we hear a lot, especially in the last few years, that Harley-Davidson has abandoned their core market, right? There's been countless videos. People talk about this almost daily anymore. It's even come up on this show. Mm-hmm. So let's expand on that a little bit. Does everybody think that Harley-Davidson... So first off, in your people's minds, what is Harley-Davidson's core market? Or what has it been that's kept it afloat through the last 121 years?
That was my first question, because when I think my first thought for the core market would be look at the rallies, right? Because that's the highest number, like the highest concentration of Harley riders in one space. Mm-hmm. So like think of Sturgis, think of Biketoberfest, which just happened to Daytona. Think of like Laconia, think about all the rallies. Mm-hmm. And I don't think they have abandoned. And I'll tell you, maybe even if they thought that they started to, I think they kind of reverted with the 24s because they're like, I think someone, and correct me if I'm wrong or if you've seen this differently, but someone showed like the price of X Harley back in the day, and then they showed with inflation the price of the 2024s, and like comparatively, the 2024s actually cost less in modern times than the old ones did for that time. And that's right? I saw that right?
Yep, you're right.
The only problem with that is wages haven't caught up to inflation.
Yeah, but no one wants to work anymore.
Well, the people that do work, I mean, there's still a lot of blue-collar people out there that bust their ass every day.
The pricing on the models is aside from that. I mean, all the inflation shit everybody lost their shit over was, post COVID, right?
Yeah,
it's already gone way back down. So I think if you normalize just on inflation, I think you're right. Pricing's much better.
Yeah, and like what can Harley do about that? Like, I mean, they're a business, guys. Like they do what they do. They have to make money. I think if you know who's abandoned the core market, if you ask me, like strictly opinion, subjective, I think the dealers have abandoned the market, not Moco. Because I think the dealers have gotten greedy with, if you'll go back to one of our prior episodes with the Rumble On experience, where I think dealers across the board are giving less for trade-ins and not willing to give more for their units.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that don't realize that dealerships and motor company aren't always married. 100%. So like when the woke stuff happened at Sturgis, people were boycotting the dealers. They weren't boycotting the motor company. They weren't going to buy the bikes from the dealers because you can't buy them right from Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that really hurt the dealers in the sense that, hey, we don't always have the same practices that the motor company has. A lot of them are independently owned.
Well, let me ask you a question, Dustin. And I don't know, feel free not to answer this question, but I think out of everybody here, you have more insight than anyone else. How much do the dealers, or at least the frontline people at the dealers, have as far as an understanding of what Harley's 5-year strategy is?
It's probably not as strong as a lot of people would suggest or think.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because every time this topic comes up, and I've seen all the videos, and everybody, it seems like every year people get all angsty and stuff about it. There's always they always go, oh, they're abandoning their market. And I think most people that talk about this have no fucking clue what Harley's market is. Right? They have this thing in their mind that they think what it should be, but in reality, I'm pretty sure that's not aligned.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I agree with Prentice. I think people want to take whatever Harley-Davidson as a motor company is doing personally, and I think that they have to separate themselves and say they're, at the end of the day, a business, and the goal of any business is to make money. And if they're not profitable, then they won't be there, period.
Right. Well, I mean, go ahead.
And you have to adapt to the market, right? The market is constantly changing, and I think you hit the nail on the head, right? It's about taking things personally.
Yes.
And I think what's really going on is, because most of who's complaining about this mostly, it's the older bikers, right, that are in the older generations who are aging out of everything, right? I mean, Mother Nature's pushing people forward. So they're already angry and got all emotional about, the stuff. And it's unfortunate, but, they're not that prime spot in the global market that they were 20 years ago. And as a business, you've got to be focused on the future and what the market is becoming, not what it was 20 or 30 years ago.
So that's interesting that you say that, because I did a little bit of research, because I was kind of curious, like, what Harley-Davidson as a motor company is actually saying their market focus is. And if you go into their website, it's their strategy. First thing that they talk about is profit. That's their main goal, is profit.
Their business.
And they specifically say that they're going to focus on where they're going to position themselves wherever the strongest profitability is. And currently that is touring, large cruisers, and trike. So it's ironic that the older bikers are bitching and moaning about the change in the motor company, but yet Harley-Davidson is actually targeting them with the bikes that they're wanting / needing as they grow older.
Oh, so they're doing stupid shit like putting technology in those
Where
bikes.
does this say this on this website?
So if you go to, it's under our strategy. And if you go down to it goes down to our mission, and then it talks about the CEO gives a little statement, and then it says the Hardwire strategic priorities, and it says profit focus. And in the first paragraph, it says profitable motorcycle segments such as touring, large cruiser, and trike.
Well,
and that's like go ahead.
There's two realities. Like, one is that people are looking to be pissed off at everything, right?
Yep.
Like
100%.
That's just a fact. Hard stop. Number two is that, like, Harley very well could decide at some point to go DTC, right? Direct to consumer. For those of you that don't know, it's a model that's popular in electric vehicles that Tesla proved did well, right? You don't need dealer fronts to push units, right? Like, in fact, you cut out the middleman. So, like, I think that there's a lot of possibilities that could happen based on, like, the adaptation of the way people react. And one of them is, like, like we were saying, if you're pissed at the dealers, they could get rid of dealers, right? Like, if they wanted to make money, like, they know how to make money. But I don't know.
I'll go back to what I said earlier, though, right? Because even if it's on the website right now, that is not, I'm assuming, their 5-year strategy, right? That's what they're focused on right now. And I think, to be honest, in my opinion, Harley really screwed up by not moving on 10 years ago. I think they made a lot of bad decisions to kind of hang on to this, what everybody thinks their market is.
What do you mean by moving on, Dave?
Well, I mean, like bringing in updating the platforms. I still think they need to bring, the Bronx. They need to bring the Bronx out. They need to bring, they need to get the smaller bikes out at the smaller price points that more connect with the generations that they need to focus on for growth.
Well,
Right.
and you say that, but then like what to Andy's point, like they sell baggers. Like
they do right now, right? I mean,
yeah, but I mean, when we go back
R&D
to like looking at
takes quite a while.
yeah, true. But I mean, like when we go back to looking at like Biketoberfest, Bike Week, Laconia, all the big rallies, like I am now just one of 10,000 black street glides get lost in the mix. I can't know which bike is mine anymore. But like that's the thing. It's like they're still selling, used or new. It doesn't matter. I think there's still quite a bit of them out there.
Yeah, they're selling. What I'm saying though is they should have years ago started moving.
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
It's not because you can't, on a business, especially their size, right? And they have to, and they should be focused on the global market, not just the U.S. market, right? Because the U.S. market's small compared to global.
I will say global. India puts out some banging content, so it'd be like wise of them to spend more to India, because if anytime you want to go to YouTube. I challenge you now, anyone that's watching or listening, go to YouTube, type in whatever bike you want, top speed, and somebody in India is beating the dog shit out of whatever model you put in there, whether it's a Street Glide or a Husqvarna. They've got it blasting top speed, and like it has millions of views. And India knows what's up, man. Like they don't play around. I think they'd be wise. To your point, I think it'd be wise to go worldwide with that.
But Dustin, this was your question. What's your thought?
I don't even remember the question now. So many people have been talking.
Damn it, man.
Is Harley abandoning their core market like everybody's bitching about?
Well, that's what I hear. That's what I heard from customers, people that are buying the bike and living the lifestyle.
Well, that's a hot take, right? Like people were saying it. People were coming in and saying it to you.
Yeah.
But were they buying bikes?
They were.
Like they were buying them. Like, oh, this is dog shit. Well, I mean, hey, like I say, when anyone's unhappy in their job, Amazon's always hiring. Same thing. Indian still makes motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
Go buy one.
I was thinking about that too, because ever since whatever his name, Zeitz, took over the company, you've noticed that they've changed their efforts and their marketing and their strategy and everything. Like, look at it 3 years ago. Like, their marketing looks totally different. Their photography is different, from everything from their models to just the lifestyle photos. That's very nicely done. I applaud them for their efforts there, because they did a great job. But like, they pushed forward that Harley-Davidson is a premium brand, which I get.
On their website, I just want to interject. On their website, the word they use multiple times over and over again is desirable.
Well, that's a little more fitting, because premium I don't think fits the mold.
No, they use desirable. So they're not trying to be the best. They're trying to be the step above wherever you are now. They want you to desire the next step up.
Okay, so is that more of our bikes aren't as good as everybody else's thing, or is that more of just their image is going to get them there? Because if you think about it, what does Harley-Davidson motorcycles do the best?
Sell T-shirts.
They're not the fastest. No, the bikes. They're not the fastest. They're not the most reliable. They don't have the latest tech. So what's premium?
But you know what's funny though, and maybe it's too like is the word visceral that I'm looking for when it's like outside of like on the outside, or it's not anyway. So like I rode, for example, during Biketoberfest, I rode the Indian Sport Chief, right? And like I rode it, I wanted to like it, I hated it, right? And not saying it's a bad bike, but it just like it didn't give me the feel I was looking for. It's kind of like going back to like Royal Enfield. Like when I ride the classic 350, it's slow, it sounds like a helicopter, it's just bare bones fucking bike, but every time I get off of it, I'm smiling, right? For like I loved the experience that I got, no matter how slow it was, no matter it gave me an experience. And I think that like the flip side of Indian for that was riding Harley, like riding one of the newer I rode a 2024 Road Glide, right? I just wanted to try it out. And like, yes, it feels new, it feels modern, but I can't explain it other than just it gave me an experience. And like maybe that's a little bit of that, right? Like when we talk about desirable, like it's not that, I wouldn't say that it feels like cheaply made, because Indian doesn't. They make wonderful bikes. They're fast. They have all the technology. There's no reason not to buy one, but like, will I buy one over Harley? Probably not. Can't tell you why, but probably not.
It's
And maybe
just
that
the
has
I
something
think
to do
it's
with
the
it.
main thing there is the dealer support.
Yeah, but that, I mean, that,
I don't know what it's
yes,
like.
but
I don't know what it's like in Florida, but the nearest dealer
Yeah.
here is an hour and a half away.
But I mean,
Well, we have both here.
They produce premium products, though. I mean, I totally 100% get the whole targeting being like a premium brand. I mean, for fuck's sake, look at the paint. Compare that paint to other bikes. Compare the build, right? The construction. I test rode an Indian a couple of years ago, and the bike was fun, but it was all plastic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
don't get that
weight
feel,
reduction.
So I mean, to me, I mean, I totally get the, where I get the connection with premium. Where I think I'm starting to lose it is with the dealer network. Right, it's with the dealers, because the dealers are part of that, right? It's like I've said before on here. It's like, you get a BMW, right? And there's that whole premium dealer experience that goes with that, from delivery, on through your relationship. And I think I think we're starting to really kind of lose that with a lot of the dealers.
Well, there's something you're right about that, because when you look, I mean, and Dustin, when you look at dealer news, I mean, what 10 now that I've seen, now 12 to 13
Yeah, there was
dealerships
another
have closed
one
down in 2 weeks.
I saw today another one folded.
Yeah,
as of November 1st, they're gone.
Yeah, and like, we're losing dealerships left and right, and it's not because people aren't buying motorcycles, because they are. I think they're just, you can't trade in and make a deal.
So now I'm going to go back and say I think that could be the motor company issue. That's where the motor company puts restrictions on dealerships. So, for example, I don't know how many years ago it was, but Harley-Davidson said if you have a dealership, it needs to be X miles away or so far away from a road or an interstate that so that it is easily accessible. So there are dealerships within South Dakota that had to close because of that. Was that dealership busy? Hell yeah, it was. Could they sell it? No, because it was a Harley-Davidson. Nobody could afford to buy that name and to move it to a place that they could make it work. I mean, during FDBM last year, we took everybody to a dealership in Sundance, Wyoming, and they had to spend millions of dollars to move their dealership, like probably 1 mile, maybe 2 miles tops, because the motor company said, this is what you have to do. Was their dealership doing fine before? Absolutely. Were people going out of their way to get there? 100%. So the motor company decided they were going to put restrictions on dealerships and require them to spend money, unnecessary money in some circumstances. So that's where you can say the motor company lost focus and they decided to not take into account the people who are going to those dealerships. I can blame the motor company for something like that.
Some of the things that I've heard specifically about that, Andy, and I can't tell you, it's probably at least a half a dozen conversations I've been in as I've been riding around and talking to people about, or even at dealers that were closing, was there were apparently, and Dustin, you may be able to confirm this or not, but apparently there's, a set of physical standards that the motor company's trying to standardize on across their dealerships.
Yep.
And again, I'm not going to say it's right or wrong, but I think it goes back to they're trying to build that consistency, right, in a premium experience. They want customers to be able to go into a dealer in North Dakota or a dealer in Oklahoma, right, and be treated the same. And my understanding from the people I've talked to is those dealerships, that's why they were closed down, was because they couldn't invest the money, or they didn't want to invest the money.
Yeah, if you got to update your dealership, that's millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Where's that money coming from? The motor company's not giving up to them.
Yeah, there was a dealership, this real famous dealership up, I think it's in Maine. It was like a big red barn. I forgot the name of it now. I was looking forward to going to that. And I actually went to, did he? Did you guys see the poof come out the back? See that smoke come out?
No, it's just I put
be-
myself on mute so you couldn't hear, but it was like the longest, slowest, drawn out sneeze I've ever had in my life. Like if I was ever gonna have a heart attack, that would have been the one that did it.
Did you?
I
I was
thought
concerned
blew
you were
out
going to get
the back.
whiplash.
No, I know. I almost did. It was like, shoo.
I thought we were going to see a shit stain of that soon.
No, I got to return this to Amazon. We can't do that.
Oh shit!
Oh, well, we had
Anyway.
wheels. Sorry, guys.
Anyway, there was a dealership. I think it was in Maine. There were two, right, owned by the same place, or used to be two owned by the same place, or the same group, company or family. And I forgot the name. It's a big red barn. It's out in the country. I mean,
that's
it's
cool.
absolutely beautiful. And they had it shut it down earlier this year. And I was talking to one of the I don't know if she was related to the owners or whatever when I was at the sister dealership, and she was explaining, that they could not invest the money to convert that massive old barn that they had for years that their dealership was built around to meet the new standards.
You know
And
what's
that's
fun?
where-
Oh, go ahead.
Well, and that's where I think that the motor company has it wrong. If they want the experience, I don't want to go into Black Hills versus Stutzman's versus Daytona versus Scottsdale or whatever, Las Vegas. I don't want my experience to be the exact same. I want my experience to be regional. I want it to be specific to that area.
Local.
I want them to have something special to offer me that I
Yeah.
can't get anywhere else.
Right.
And if the motor company is saying no, the only thing is that you have to have the same experience, people are just going to stop going. Like who want that other than getting your challenge coin or your t-shirt, but you're not going to stick around. You're not going to, do the perusing that you would normally would. If I came across a big red barn that was a Harley-Davidson dealership, I'd probably spend a lot of time in there checking it out.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, that'd be sick.
What was
I
the
see
one
it
we
from
stopped?
two different.
Andy, what was the one we stopped at during the dick ride? Which one was that?
Deluxe Harley-Davidson.
Yeah, I got the poker chip. They had some of the coolest merch. Them and Deadwood Harley-Davidson. You know what they both had in common? They didn't have one bike in either building.
Nope.
Really?
Right.
And people would still, I still went in there and bought merch because it's something different.
That's cool.
And there are a lot of dealers like that. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I made about $2,500 over the last 5 months stopping and checking in because I got sucked into that Harley hog thing, right? You stop at a dealer, take a picture, you get 100 points, you get $5 for every 100 points and all these bonus points and stuff.
But you got $2,500 from that?
Yeah, I looked on my account the other day. I got $2,500.
That's not any.
Holy
yeah,
cow.
no, I'm ready to start doing whatever the hell that was. Yeah, for sure.
Now, granted, the whole 25 wasn't just from doing the dealer check-ins, but it's money.
Yeah, for real.
You
And
know?
I think I see it from two different lanes too. Like number one, I agree wholehearted with Andy that, yeah, like because at some point or like in the GPS on my new navigation system in my Street Glide, you can like hit like dealerships, right? And it gives you the local dealerships. And I remember back in the day, I don't know if they still do this, but back in the day with Hog, you used to get like the book, the map that like you can, map out your dealerships. So let's say I'm riding to one of you guys, right? And like I want to stop at dealerships on the way, but not because I need anything, because I want to go and have the experience and get the challenge coins and all of that good stuff. Or, I would absolutely want it to feel different and highly personalized for that region. But also, do you remember the movie The Founder? Right?
Yeah.
Remember when the one place that Michael Keaton went to, Ray Kroc, whatever, went to, where like they were selling like corn dogs and all of these different things, and he's like, you can't just do this, like it's McDonald's, you got to have this standardized thing. And like, so I see that too. Like I could see how that could get completely out of hand where, well, we're Harley, we're doing it different. Like we own the dealership, like, well, hey, let's bring in whatever brand we want, or let's do this, or let's strap our logo to fucking everything on in the store and make it all about us. I've seen dealers do that where like, this is a rad shirt, and then you flip it over and they have the most gaudy, god-awful logo on the back of it. You're like, well, fuck that, I don't want that shirt anymore.
Yeah. Well, first off, I misspoke. I got $350 from doing dealer check-ins out of what I've got on the account. Still, good money, $350 for stopping and taking a picture, but
a little short of 2,500, Dave, but it's good.
well, I've got more than 350 on my account. That's what I'm saying. But the point I wanted to make though is I've been to a shit ton of dealers.
Yeah,
just over the last 5 months, and there's a lot of similarities. And I've done. If I go into the dealership, it's because I'm going in to look to see what stuff they have there that other dealers don't have.
Did you go to Daytona?
Right? No, I didn't stop in Daytona.
No,
and it's funny because there aren't that many dealerships that actually have what I would consider cool stuff that not all the other dealers have, right? It's mostly the same thing. The building itself, I kind of like the predictability of the building. I mean, I'm not there for the architecture. So if they have like a standard, like Andy was talking about, right? For the construction and that experience, that's one thing. But I think what I'm missing more than anything else is just what Dustin was just talking about, right? The stuff, right? Like, do they have different types of vests, or is it all Harley shit? That's the thing that kills me, is when you go into a dealership and all they got's Harley shit, versus a dealer that's got other, brands and different types of jackets and all that.
I mean, the reason that is they have to find a separate spot to sell all that stuff. They can't integrate it. Because at Ted's, they had, they sold First Manufacturing Company stuff.
Right.
And a few other brands. It had its own section because they can't integrate it with the HD stuff. It's frowned upon.
Yeah. But again, I think even there, what they should be focusing on, again, isn't what people in my age group want, even though I don't feel like I'm part of my age group, but they should be trying to build an experience and set like an expectation and standards around what's after the millennials?
Gen Z.
Yeah.
Gen Z, yeah.
The newer generations, because that's really who they need to be targeting and building for.
They better lower the fucking prices of their bikes, because those people can't even afford houses. They just
got
can't.
the economics to address as well, But again, it's, building stuff that's attracting them. I just don't see how anyone can expect Harley or any other company to keep trying to produce stuff that is dependent on people who are dying out buying it. That is not a successful business strategy. And it's not just motorcycles, right? It's across the board with everything.
Yep.
So here's a question, because I don't know the answer. How do we know what new riders are looking for? How can we intelligently speak about that? Because I don't know. Because I will say that I think 15, 20 years ago, the standard new rider was probably getting on a Sportster. I don't think that's what new riders are getting on anymore. I don't think that that's their starter bike any longer.
No, and it's more complicated than that, Andy, because you can't just look at what people in the U.S. in that group demographic want. They have to be looking globally, right? And I think that's going to be different. I mean, I lived in Europe for 7 years. There's no way in fucking hell I'd have a road glide over there. No way in hell.
But what if Harley isn't focusing on their global?
Then they're fucked.
Where are they making their most money now?
Where are they making their most money in the next 5 years or so?
India.
I'm serious. It's not just Harley. I mean, it's every business of that size is, it's you've got to be focused on the global market.
Yeah, that's hard. I feel like everything is subjective until you see data points, right? Like you just
That's where I struggle, because
even data doesn't cover the blanket of the buying base of the people that are buying these motorcycles. It's usually a small percentage. That's why I don't 100% trust data. It's talking to the people, talking to the customers, find out what they want. I mean, of course, it's hard to target every single buddy, so you have to rely on a small percentage
you
of
can't
data.
keep talking to the same customers, right? The ones you keep talking to, the vocal customers right now, they're all bitching about the same stuff. And again, they're not the future. So you have to take a sampling from, a very, very broad data set.
And then also, like, how much of that is, how much of that produces buyer's remorse, right? Like, and when I say that, I think about, look at all the people that rushed out to buy lowrider S and STs, go to Marketplace right now and look up Lowrider ST. You're gonna see 15 of them for $30,000 fucking dollars because people just wanted the cool bike and they wanted it, and they paid whatever the hell that the dealerships would get, would sell them to them. So like you can get, I wonder, all that to say, I wonder what that looks like. Like I wonder what an actual long-term value customer looks like for Harley right now. And long-term value, I mean, it's not going to turn around and sell the bike.
What their long-term strategy is. I'd love to, but I'm not going to be shallow enough to think that I know that what that market should be today and that they should be focusing on yesterday.
I know people that I can ask, which I won't say who they are.
Do you know people?
But I know people that I can ask for sure, and I will. And then I'll try to have a more educated answer than what I can give you right now when I'm 3 beers and 3 pumpkin Reese's deep.
Yeah, you're getting a bulge in that suit, bro.
That's not my belly, Dave. It's not my belly. You guys missed me. I know you did.
Anatomy. I know anatomy.
Come draw it on me, Andy.
And that's elevated. Oh, what was that?
Draw it on me. Anatomy. Let's go. I got my
no,
blank
I lost
canvas.
y'all.
Well, you're still here, so don't leave. This is going to be fun. Can you hear me? Where did she go? She's still here, but she doesn't know that she's here. So how can we have fun with this right now, guys?
No, she's blinking.
She's blinking. She's here. She just can't hear us.
She looks like a toddler that's going to poop her pants.
This is great.
Hello?
Hello?
And we can hear her. She can't hear us or see us, but we can see and hear her.
You got to charge those. That's why you go with wired stuff.
What the fuck, man? All right, guys, she's getting up and she's leaving. She's taking her shirt off. She's showing her ass. Quite literally.
The money shot.
What do we do with this? And we can still hear her. This is the greatest thing. This is the best possible interruption.
If
I were a quicker thinker, I would get this.
Our audio-only audience.
Hello?
Our core audience.
We can hear. If you're listening, if you just joined us, we can hear Andy. We can see Andy. She can't see or hear us, and she's doing whatever she wants live on camera. So if you are listening, you're missing out.
Movie trailers. In a world where you can't hear shit.
Wait. In a world where Andy,
the red-crusted Andy, is staring at the screen, unable to hear.
showing her ass, quite literally.
She didn't just show it, she bent over.
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but if you're talking shit about me, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
And she knows what we're saying.
I'm going to listen to this, and I'm going to haunt you in your fucking dreams.
Oh, I know the guy that edits Andy.
Yeah. Joke's on you. I'm already in your dreams.
I'm going to take these off because I have a fucking yeast infection growing in my ears.
Oh, gross.
Ooh, that shit spreads. Move it.
Maybe that's what jacked up the headset.
This, yeah, it's all wet in there. Put it in front of a fan, for fuck's sake.
Check the power.
She said, guys, it's snowing where she is right now already. I don't know what snow looks like, but I know that maybe that's what's happened to her headphones. Are those two things related?
Does it look like a yeast infection inside your headphones?
It might. Ugh, gross, Dave.
I think she's been hanging out with Ryan too much.
Yep.
Well, this might be time for another beer. I'm enjoying this far too much. We are not having enough fun with this. I'm going to say that right now.
I hate you all.
Yeah.
I'm back, motherfuckers.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, bitch.
It's a great thing you couldn't hear us 10 seconds ago, Andy.
Yeah, here's the deal. My mouse died.
So you
And then
couldn't hear?
everything that was Bluetooth decided to disconnect.
That sounds like new Harley-Davidson models.
Premium.
It's like that new infotainment system.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to be mean mugging y'all the rest of this.
It's fine. Oh, I got to switch my coolie. It's pink.
You put that in, never mind.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, guys. This is how you put a coolie on a Stella bottle. Look at this.
Wow.
This looks so awkward right now.
That doesn't even look right.
Yeah.
There's proof
again,
at least twice that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now.
Can we pixelate that out?
No.
Is that what it looked like when you stuffed yourself into that bodysuit?
That's why I have 2 children, Dave. I'm not very good at that. My in-laws are in my house right now. They're here right now, and they can
Wait a
probably
minute.
hear
Wait
me.
a minute. You're dressed like that with your mother and your father-in-law in the house.
It's his house.
And Gigi, all 3 of them are here in this house. I walked out to the kitchen to grab a beer, and they all just start laughing, and I casually walk back in.
You should have said nothing. Got the beer.
That's exactly what I
They
did.
kiss grandma on the cheek and then just come right back in.
That's exactly what I did. Lisa, my wife, she said, "Are you going to show Gigi what you're wearing? She would love that." I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm going to go back into the room now."
No, man, I'd be kind of like, I don't know if I want him around my grandchildren.
You guys wanted me to ride the motorcycle like this. That is something I can't do.
I'm telling you, I still think that would be awesome, man. Draw a big black line across the top of your head and
Maybe.
then jump on the bike. Well, that was on the Dyna, though. Now you got a street glide, so.
Yeah, now I'm like all serious and shit.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't do hood rat shit anymore. I got to like pay my taxes and, all that good stuff.
So I don't know if we
so-
solved anything or bottom line anything. I would still
We always
I
solve
agree with
something.
Danny. I'd like to know what their strategy is and what they think their market is in 5 years that they're building towards, not what they say on the website or what everybody thinks their market is today.
And speaking of everybody, I want to know what you think. Not enough of you assholes. Tell us what you think in Discord. Go to discord.com. Do we have a direct link to our, is there like a / on Discord, or you just search for us?
Go to fivedirtybikers.com and click
Go
the
to
link on the homepage.
Go to fivedirtybikers.com. Click on the homepage. Go to Discord. Tell us what you're thinking. Buy a fucking t-shirt so that I can wear it.
Because you need something to wear besides what you got on right
Yeah,
now.
no
Christmas is
shit.
coming up. Prentice needs a new t-shirt.
That's
My
right.
birthday suit. Did you guys see my webbed feet? Did I show you my webbed feet?
Magical.
Dude, I'm sleeping in these before I return it to Amazon.
Hey,
This is my
speaking
new-
of t-shirts, are we the top tier Patreon special shirt for 2025? Are we locked in, or 2024? Are we locked in on that design? Because I thought it looked fucking amazing.
Yeah, I want one
too.
myself.
Me too.
As did I.
We need more
Yeah.
shirts.
So you
I have
guys,
4 of them, and you can get any of them too.
Not this one. You got to be a people who want shit, right? Is
Well,
it just that tier that's getting it? I think.
Well, it's easy to be a people who want shit. You just do it.
Join the Patreon.
Join the Patreon and watch
Yeah.
it.
You'll get extra sneaks of Prentice in his nude suit.
That
I
should
will
be the
give you-
next T-shirt. Should be.
I will give
Prentice's
you whatever
nude
you
suit.
want. I will personally mail you hand-signed Polaroids of me in my nude suit.
We'll get 8
Whatever
by
you
10s,
want.
glossy 8 by 10s.
Yep.
Prentice will sign them like John Cena.
I'll wear chapstick and kiss the photo and send it to you. Don't shake your head, Andy. Don't shake it. You're getting the first one.
I was gonna say, send her the first.
Yeah.
You can put it in
Better
the
be-
iPar.
Yeah. I'm going to put Christmas lights around my neck, and that's going to be my Christmas card.
I
Hang
want
it
to
up
say
right over the
something, but I
jukebox.
feel like I shouldn't.
Yeah.
This is a safe
Oh,
space. You go ahead.
No,
Yeah.
it's safe.
This is an unsafe space. You go ahead.
Let her rip, Tater Chip. There's
It's
only
okay.
4
We'll
of us
edit it
here.
out. Go ahead and say it.
Nobody else will hear this, right?
Right.
Okay.
Only
We'll edit it
500,000
out.
other people.
Yeah. Nobody wants you to put chapstick on and kiss it. They want you to dick slap it and send it to them.
Give it a mushroom stamp. Mushroom stamp it.
Wait, do I put chapstick on it?
Cue the Silence
So-
of the Lambs song.
Pew,
So
pew.
hot.
What's the
Here.
Wild Horses? Wasn't that the name of the song?
Goodbye Horses by
Goodbye,
by
Horses.
Nazareth. Yes.
What are you rubbing? Stop rubbing. Stop. Stop.
Down by his knee, I'd say my ding dong.
There you go.
That's right. It's off camera. It doesn't matter what I'm rubbing.
He's like that Olympian. It's running right down his leg
the
like a
pole
waterfall.
That's right. It just there's literally it's like there's 2 theories. 1, I'm a coffee filter, or 2, it doesn't go anywhere and I'm just sitting in it. One of those are going to be true.
We can
And
make a
then
lot of
there-
money with that suit.
And then we're done. Nobody has anything to say about that.
Where do you go from there?
You look like a third-rate Batman villain. You look like the Riddler without the color.
Shit.
The noodler.
Noodler, that's
It'd be just as good. You like the same thing, but just
Noodle me this.
You get a marker and write that on the front. The
the
noodler.
noodler. Write it in
Noodle
dicks.
me this.
Write it in dicks too, so it's just all dicks that make out noodler.
And in case you're wondering and you're not looking at me, yes, I'm wearing a hat and a gold chain. And that's it. Is there a football game nearby? Let's streak the field.
Speaking of streak the field, FDB hit a milestone. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to tell you about it right now.
Is there a clap thing, Dave? Is there a clap thing?
Yeah, I've got applause. Here we go. You ready?
Ready?
Wait. What is it? Web feet don't sound too good.
The Noodler strikes again.
No, we are happy to announce that Five Dirty Bikers podcast has reached 500,000 downloads.
In case you don't know, that's 500,000 downloads.
That's correct.
A lot of subscribers.
Oh my God. I thought you were
I thought you
burping.
burped.
I didn't. It's impressive. I'm not even mad. No, that ain't it.
The pigeons go up.
Yeah.
Almost like somebody has a hold of you. That's what it's got to sound
Yeah.
like.
I'm the Doodler.
It's Space Noodler.
Oh, shit.
So wait, did 500,000 people just hear that?
I hope so. Yeah, well, congratulations in order for a lot of people. We've had a lot of lineup changes on this show, and every single one of them is possible to help make this happen, but not as possible and as thankful as we are to all the people that have made it happen. That is our listeners. So thank you guys very much for your time, letting us waste all of your time every week on this goddamn show where dicks are always at the forefront, but motorcycles are always there.
Literally dicks.
That's a lot of hours.
That sounds like something you recorded and then played and then spoke over.
That's like Golden Girls style.
Yeah.
Come on, Prentice. Unarch your back.
How many? That's at least 500,000. Or yeah, right. 500,000 hours.
Pretty
Wait, what?
impressive.
No.
Great job, guys.
How many
Wow.
days is 500,000
that would only mean that
hours?
one. That would mean that one listener would listen every hour.
20,833.33 days.
What?
Well, it's an hour an episode, right?
Ish.
On
Yeah.
average, 500,000, right?
But what if two people download one episode?
No, that's not the way
Then
it
it's
works.
only
We obviously don't even
250,000
understand our
hours.
own
That's
data.
that's not how it works.
500,000 times 60.
That's 20,000 days.
Hey Siri, what's 500,000 times 60?
I don't even know if that's the right math. I don't math.
Yeah, I don't think so.
That's 30 million. We have 30 million listeners.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
How many days is 500,000 hours? Oh, you guys fucked her up.
That's what she said.
How many days is 500,000 hours?
500,000 hours is 20,833.33 days.
Of fuckery.
That's
Of
a lot
fuckery.
of time.
Wait.
That's a lot of days.
Now I'm going to ruin your homes. Alexa, play
the Noodler theme.
Yeah. Wait,
Wait,
yeah, what's the Noodler theme? 500,000 people need to hear this.
What's a good
Alexa.
theme for the Noodler?
Alexa, play Never
found
Gonna
this on
Give
the
You
web.
Up.
If you
Siri
play
doesn't
the
have
Austin
anything.
Powers theme backwards, that's the Noodler.
There
Alexa, play the theme song from Austin Powers. Alexa, play the theme song from Austin Powers. Do you think people's houses will react to that? Do you think 500,000 people's houses will react to that?
I hope
I
not.
don't know. I just hope they don't all let us know that it did. That's a lot of Discord messages to keep up with.
Well, great job, guys. Thanks for letting Prentice and I be a part of it.
Yes.
You guys got us over the threshold, so you're just as responsible.
Here's to the next 7 people. 7 people.
7 downloads.
Here's to the next 7
The
downloads.
next 7 listeners.
We're just doing 10 at a time.
Every
Oh,
download
shit.
counts.
That's right. That's it.
Nothing else.
Your fucking beer bottle has more shit on than you do.
Yeah, it's
Wait.
pretty well covered.
When you're dry, you're stiff. When you're wet, we can throw you against the wall and you'll stick.
Oh,
Only one way to find out. That could be one of the games at FDBM.
Yeah,
River,
catch
here
the
we
Kim
come.
Moto wearing the nude suit.
Oh, no.
Kim
I
Moto
think
both have to
we
make
need
a
We need to have Prentice and Ryan wear their Halloween outfits at FDBM.
It'll be too late. I'm sending it back to Amazon. But I'll get another one. I'll
All
order
his,
another.
his swass and all.
Oh my God!
No, you got
They
to
don't
keep
care.
that.
Sweat stains on it.
Yeah. I should have everyone sign it. I should wear the nude suit and have everyone with a Sharpie
That's a
marker
good idea.
that attends FDBM to sign it. Okay, bet.
Jay
We'll do
Sherman
slow
will
races.
sign your butt crack first.
Yeah. We'll do slow races, and this is what I wear, and then you just come up and sign it.
You can do that bite the hot dog bite contest in that suit. That'd look amazing.
I am the hot dog.
Let's go like this.
Well, this is a good show, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on Five Dirty Bikers podcast.
Keep it
We
dirty,
hope you'll join
fuckers.
us next time.
If you're listening to
merch.
this Monday morning, we will be live this evening. So come join
Happy
us
Thanksgiving.
at 7:30
Yeah.
Eastern over on YouTube. If you missed it, go watch it.
And if you're a fucking slacker, happy Thanksgiving, asshole.
And I if the rumors are true, Prentice will be hopefully after he's washed it in his nude outfit
Don't
again.
wash it.
I'm sorry, I don't answer to that name anymore. I am the noodler. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Peace.
Lions suck.